Hey guys, and welcome to the Band Rants channel, your home for NFL projections, predictions, and of course, your periodic rant. And today we're going to be going over the Baltimore Ravens 2021 week-to-week schedule prediction. Now, I've been looking forward to making this video a lot because of the moves the Ravens have made in the offseason. Will it be enough to get them back to the postseason? We're going to find out, of course, right now and go over everything. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below if you want to see me talk about something else. And let's go ahead and start. Okay, so they open up in Las Vegas on Monday night. And the Ravens have played, for the most part, very well on Monday night. They've only lost, I believe, once here. They've played very well here. They had a couple of great showings, both of which were actually on the road against the Rams and Cleveland last year, Rams the year before. I expect that trend to continue, and they played very well against the Raiders. I think they're going to win this one. I wouldn't put anything past John Gruden as to what he brings to the table, but I think right now the Ravens are in a pretty good place to win that game. Now, at home against the Chiefs on a Sunday night with the lights on bright. Now, I gave the Ravens the win in my video with the Chiefs, and this is going to be a really, really tough win because the Chiefs have statistically outplayed the Ravens every step of the way when they face each other, right? And this game is arguably the hardest one on the schedule to call, and it could go either way. But I think this is finally the year that the Ravens get it right. They usually play very good in prime time, and I think that they're going to win this one narrowly. I think this is going to be a new team, a new look, and I think this is where they start to get it right. This is where Lamar Jackson has to take off as a passer in a way that he can actually not outplay Mahomes because that's unreasonable, but at least do enough to keep the Ravens offense afloat. And you're not going to shut down Mahomes. It's not going to happen. You need to actually just do what you can to not allow him to put 30, 40, 50 points on you. And you need to make sure that you're in the trenches putting up the points yourself. That's basically what you need to do. Now, Ravens at Detroit, this is a no-brainer. The Lions do play a little bit better at home, but honestly, the Ravens, I think, got that one. At Denver, same thing. The Colts, on the other hand, and the Chargers coming up in these next couple of games. I think the Chargers are actually going to win in Week 6, and I actually think the Ravens can pull it off against the Colts. They usually play them pretty good when it comes to Lamar. But I think the Chargers actually might pull off an upset win in Week 6 and snap a 5-0 streak, and actually Justin Herbert will put a big win on his resume as well. First time these two guys have gone at it, Herbert and Jackson, and I think that's going to be a great game. I'm surprised it's not a Sunday night game, but it will be a fun game to watch anyway. Bengals at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson has statistically outplayed the Bengals every time he's faced them. I know that Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are reunited this year, and that'll be interesting to see. But I just don't see it happening. This is the very first team Lamar played. He's owned them every step of the way. He's, I believe, 5-0 against the Bengals. I believe it will be 6-0 at this point. And now going off the bye, they're at home against the Vikings. And honestly, this game could also go either way because the Vikings offense is really good. And I think that Lamar can outplay Kirk Cousins. I just don't know if he can outrun Dalvin Cook. But off the bye, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And at Miami, the Ravens have usually owned the Dolphins long term, and I actually believe that that trend may end here. But I'm skeptical to give the Dolphins the win just because I don't trust Tua yet. I have trusted him in college. I want to see what kind of strides he takes in year 2. And disclaimer, if the Dolphins are riding high by the time weeks 6 or 7 rolls around, they could win this game. This is not in stone, but this is my early prediction before the summer ends. At the Bears off the bye, this one I think is going to be a really gritty defensive game. And I think the Bears, if Andy Dalton's the starter, he might not be able to do it. And with that kind of uncertainty, I can't give the Bears the win yet. And hosting the Browns, I actually think the Ravens could potentially lose this one. This one could really go either way, in my opinion. I think there's going to be a series split, whether it's this or it's this. I just actually trust the Ravens more on the road than I do at home, but honestly, I don't think they're going to go 8-0 on the road, so I think this is probably a more fair assessment. At the Steelers, I think that's going to be a loss. The Steelers do play the Ravens tough, and that's, if you're a Ravens fan or a Steelers fan, these are the two games that you circle every year. The Steelers, you might circle one of the Browns games potentially. Now, hosting the Packers, I think the Ravens can win this one. However, I think it's probably going to be a situation where the Packers might just prove to be a little bit too much for the Ravens in this one. At the Bengals is a win, and honestly, I think the Rams are probably going to get a revenge win against Baltimore from their last encounter a couple years ago on a Monday night. And hosting the Steelers, I think the Ravens have a lot more to lose in this game, and they can't afford to have a 5-game losing streak or 6-game losing streak. And that's probably going to end here. No, I was right. 3-game, yeah. So, for some reason, I read that wrong. But anyway, this is where I actually have the Ravens finishing up 12-5. And this is just an overall 6-3 at home, 6-2 on the road. Their home schedule is very tough. Their road schedule is actually pretty favorable, in my opinion. But that's what I have for these guys, and I'll see you guys in the next prediction.